We're joined now by our NHL analyst, Frankie Corrado. All right, Golden Knights off to the Stanley Cup Final. Frankie, for the second time since entering the league 6 seasons ago. It's pretty incredible. Now, we've talked at length about their depth up front, and they really showed that off in this Game 6, didn't they?
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes if your fourth line is your best line, you leave the rink saying, we didn't have a very good night tonight. Our fourth line was our best line. We need our superstars to show up. But the beauty about this Vegas Golden Knights team is that if the fourth line is really good, that makes a big impact for this team. And they were outstanding tonight. And they started the game, and they set the tone for this team early on. William Carrier is going to jump on a loose puck in front of the net and get the first goal of the game. And they play with a lot of energy. They play with a lot of speed. They play with a lot of tenacity, but they can make plays. They're not a fourth line that's just out there chewing up 6 to 7 minutes a night, hoping that the star players can catch their breath and go back out there and lead the team. There's a lot of ownership in the bottom of the lineup for the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's obviously very advantageous for them because in a night like tonight where Jack Eichel hits a post and Chandler Stevenson doesn't get any points, it's like your fourth line really came through for you, gets you 2 big goals, and it's like they do a little bit of everything for you. So we're seeing the depth of this Vegas Golden Knights team where, you know, they can kind of negate the other team's superstars and best players because they have so much depth up and down the lineup.
Yeah, they really seem to be the difference makers in this one. Meanwhile, the Stars thought they would get a boost from their captain, Jamie Benn, returning to the lineup, but they just never really got anything going at all. What went wrong for the Stars?
They didn't have anything going. From start to finish, they weren't in this game, and it really starts from the goaltender on out. But there's 2 real critical areas that the Dallas Stars struggled with. The first one, defending below their own goal line. Too many times tonight, they were bringing too many players into the battle below their goal line, trying to outnumber Vegas, but Vegas was winning those battles, and then no one was picking up coverage in front of the net. Carrier jumps on that one and scores a goal, and then they couldn't get through the neutral zone. Too many turnovers trying to get through the neutral zone. Vegas did a nice job of clogging things up, but if you can't get through, then you have to resort to dumping the puck in, and then once you dump the puck in, if you can't retrieve it, everything is slow. They didn't have opportunities off the rush, and they weren't able to get anything going with any kind of speed. And when you look back at their first period, they didn't have any slot shots in that first period. That's because they weren't able to retrieve pucks that they dumped in, and they weren't able to get any kind of meaningful play off the rush. The Vegas Golden Knights did an excellent job of making sure the Dallas Stars had nothing off the rush and through the neutral zone.
Literally nothing. Nothing at all. It's quite shocking. Now we get to see the Golden Knights matching up with the Panthers. Neither of these teams have ever raised the Stanley Cup. So how do you like this matchup?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup. Why don't we start up front, okay? So we've seen the Vegas Golden Knights now go up against star players. And we love talking about how good star players are and the difference that they can make. But time and time again, the Golden Knights have shown us how complete of a team they are. So if you're asking me who's got the better group of forwards, it's the Vegas Golden Knights. Regardless of how good Matthew Tkachuk is playing and how good Alex Barkov have been, the Vegas Golden Knights have a more complete group. On the back end, if I could build a back end in the NHL, I would build the Vegas Golden Knights. And yeah, thanks, Tips. You have 2 Norris candidates in Shea Theodore and Alex Pietrangelo. But the fact that they're big, mobile, can move the puck, and they play with a little bit of nastiness from top to bottom, they're a really nice decor. Give them the edge over the Florida Panthers. But the Florida Panthers have the big-time edge in goal. Sergei Bobrovsky has been unbelievable. What a story. Ever since Game 5, when he stopped Brad Marchand on that breakaway to keep his season alive, he's been outstanding. Goes into Toronto series, only allows 2 goals a game in that series, has a .935 save percentage, hasn't slowed down at all. And we always talk about goaltending because it's so important. It can be that X factor. Every once in a while, you run into that one goaltender who can win a game and steal a series, and it just seems like he can't be beat. Sergei Bobrovsky is that guy. Adin Hill for the Vegas Golden Knights has been great, but the team in front of him has been excellent as well. Sergei Bobrovsky, give him the edge in goal.
I would love to know what his mental preparation is for these games because he's stolen a postseason, not just a series or 2. Frankie, Game 1 gets underway on Saturday when the Panthers, they haven't played since May 24th, so that'll be a 10-day stretch. Will be interesting to see if there's any rust. Of course, we'll be watching. Thanks, Tips.